Guys, just a quick and simple review of two pod devices that I've picked up the past couple of days. These devices are available in the Philippine market, so I have yet seen a video comparison in YouTube comparing these two. So short story, I started vaping about more than a year ago, and then about 3 months ago I started smoking again, stress reasons. Now a couple of weeks ago I decided to stop smoking, health reasons, and try vaping again. Unfortunately, when I tried vaping, I got that favorite juice of mine. Doesn't seem to be the same thing anymore. I use Profile Unity, I use a Profile Mesh RDA. I tried the coils again, but vaping seemed to be very unsatisfying. So I did my research, found salt nicks, and found pod systems. They say that these things are the closest thing that you could ever get to smoking a cigarette. So I first got the RELX, an ad that appeared in Facebook. Can you believe that? So I tried getting this one for about 1,800 pesos. Comes with one pod and another free pod. Classic tobacco, 5%. I think they say it's 50 milligrams of salt nick. And then the mint, I'm not really sure, the numbers for that one. But first off, the pros for this one would definitely be, the look of it, plus the tight draw that it gives you. It's perfect for mouth to lung. Produces, a good amount of vapor. And the juice in this is really superb. The 5% salt nicks would give you that good throat hit, and as advertised, it would reduce your cravings. How could you not? Because after 2 hits of this one, you get fucking dizzy, and you just put this down, and you just have to drink water until that passes by, and then you take a hit again. So you don't chain vape on this, as much as you do on regular vape mods. And also one good thing about this one's the battery life. Haven't died on me yet since I bought it. Sleek look, as I've mentioned already. Yeah, I think it's a simple device. So for the cons on this one, again, this is subjective based on my preferences. Isn't the general truth, or doesn't go similar with everyone else. But the cons for this one would be the draw. No, not the draw, the vapor itself. I'm sorry. It's not as warm. It produces a good amount of vapor, but you just don't feel it. I think people who vape for a long time, or people who uses these devices, would probably relate to what I'm saying. The beginners probably would go but it doesn't seem to be felt, if you know what I'm saying. It's not as warm. You can feel the throat hit, but the vapor itself, it's just seem lacking, right? Plus, another big con on this one, probably the deal breaker for most of you, would be these pods would cost you around 750 pesos for 3 pieces. A pod would probably last you about 2 to 3 days, depends on how much you use, how much your tolerance for nicotine is, but about 2 to 3 days on average. Now, if you sort of compute that for a 30-day period, it's gonna cost you about 3,000 pesos a month just for the pods, right? And another not so good thing about that is that if you go with the tri-pack, that saves you about 50 to 100 pesos, versus if you get a single piece, is that tripods come in one flavor only, so you have to stick to one flavor for about 9 to 10 days. So if you want another flavor, you gotta shell out more cash. Yeah, so that's RELX for you. Now since this did not satisfy me 100%, I went on YouTube and found a lot of good reviews about Caliburn. Now, Caliburn is probably gaining, popularity globally. RELX is just not there yet. I think it's starting to crawl, but it's not there yet. So Caliburn, well, I got this about 3 days ago, right? And the obvious pros about this one is that the pod itself is refillable, so you could use your own juice, and you could use it about, I think, 4 to 5 times before it dies down on you. Not really die down, but till the cotton or the mesh itself gives you something nasty. So that's one pro. Another pro would be the vapor on this one. Now you can feel it. It's really hard to describe in words, but you can feel the vapor in this one. It's warm, and you can feel like you're really sucking on something. Now, I first got a Salt Nick Juice Classic Tobacco from a vape shop, 50 milligrams, and that was really funny because I didn't feel any throat hit on that one. I thought it was the device, but earlier I got a 50 milligram Salt Nick. I think that's Joytech brand, so that's pretty. That's a pretty popular brand. So the throat hits is superb, and so it's not the device, it's the juice. So if you own this one and you're not satisfied the first time, I suggest you try different juices and see what would really satisfy you. The combination of the manual switch and the automatic draw, it's not really a pro for me because I prefer much on the automatic draw. Just it's just more similar to smoking a cigarette. Battery life is good. The battery capacity of this one is larger than this one, so it's not going to be a problem. Another pro for me probably would be, no, that's it. Right, so I'm just gonna go ahead with the cons that I've seen for the past couple of days. The draw is very loose. It's not as tight as this one. It's just too loose. It's just like I'm vaping on a regular mod. But no, not really. On a 510, you dripped it probably. It's too loose for mouth to lung, but it's really too tight for direct lung, if you know what I'm saying. Let me show you. Oh shit, that's strong juice, right? The vapor is good, but it's just the draw is really very loose, right? So now, if you get this one, if you have this one, a pod replacement would cost you about 180 pesos, and of course the juice would probably average about 450. 30 ml, the small bottle of juice would probably last you 1 whole month. Based on the lifespan of this pod and the capacity of the tank. So roughly in 30 days, you'd probably spend around 900 to 1,000 pesos when you use Caliburn, right? Now, a hybrid of these two would probably be the perfect pod, but that's not yet in existence. But if it is, then probably just let me know, so I could try it out. So overall, I use RELX more because of the tight draw, the good juice. I just don't feel the vapor that much. I go ahead and switch them from time to time, but the ratio is probably going to be 4 to 1. When I get dizzy on this, I pop this. But since I got a stronger juice now, I'm not sure if that's going to be the same ratio, right? So whatever you get, I think both of these devices are are good and would be probably worth the money. There are other pods out there like the Smoke Nord, but that's, for me, it's just really like just vaping on a sub-ohm tank. So these devices are really perfect for me. I hope they are perfect for you too, but again, all of these are subjective based on our own preferences. Thanks guys, and happy vaping.